All right. Let's keep it pushing. So our next topic, as we approach the 50-minute mark, and we're just now passing halfway. Oh, wow. I have some reverb in here. Practice is, let's see, what did I write down here?
Practice is greater than meets. Who wrote that?
Me. So,
oh boy,
this is what I meant by this, is that do the meets matter, or does practice matter more for good meets, or do the meets matter more? And by that, if you think about other sports, like think about what Michael Jordan says, right? Where practices should be harder than the games.
Okay.
Do you agree or disagree?
When you say harder, pause. What do you mean?
Okay. I actually just talked about this in a Zoom call. If your goal is to go 51 long course and 100 free, if you're going 51s in practice, is going 51 at your taper meet going to be easier or harder?
Easier.
Right. So that's basically the principle.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I kind of teach that too. I always tell, when I'm doing private coaching with the kids, I always say, you'll never do in a meet what you can't do in practice.
Okay. All right. So now I'm going to ask you another question. And now we're about to get into, I think, some things you don't believe in. So I might have just set you up on accident. Sorry.
That's fine.
If I can do that for 2 hours, middle distance group, but I'm a 100 freestyler or a 50 freestyler, a 50 freestyler should be easy. Or being elite in the 50 freestyle should be easy, correct?
No.
Why?
If you can swim a 51 for 2 hours, swimming a 50 free should be easy?
Yeah. An elite 50 free.
No.
Why not?
Because it's a different energy system. That's why.
What if I train it as the same energy system as my 50 free? I just let myself die.
Then you wouldn't be going 51s if you were training it at the same energy system. That's the difference. If you see, training 51 for 2 hours is only making you better at swimming 51 for 2 hours.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
That it doesn't translate across, and that's the old school mentality of you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Like it doesn't. Those are two different aerodynamics. It doesn't add up. A wrench doesn't bounce the same way a ball does.
Okay. All right. So, second question. If I can go, I feel like this may actually be exactly what you just said. If I can go 19.9 for 2 hours, going 19.0 at the end of my season should be easy.
See, that makes more sense because you're training the same energy system.
Okay.
But I mean, obviously you're using an extreme example because going 19.9 for 2 hours would be crazy.
Yeah. It's just like the concept of level of difficulty versus what I need to go. Yeah.
Yeah. The amount of force production you have to put out to go 19.9. If you can, I mean, I'm guessing you're saying like 10, you're doing 10 50s over 2 hours and you're going 19.9.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, I don't mean 19.9 like every minute. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, that'll train you to go 19.0.
Okay.
Or it'll put you on the better path to get to 19.0 eventually.
Okay. All right. So third question before we move on. If I can go do that, take that same 19.9 to go 19.0, right? Does that make me going from 50.9 to 49.9, 49.0 easy?
Easy is such a relative term. It puts you on the path to accomplishing it. Yes.
Okay, I got to pigeonhole you a little harder, huh? Paul. Yeah.
You're trying to get me to say practice is more important than the meet. Is that what you're trying to lead me down?
Yeah, but it's more so just like a line of thinking. Like if I'm a coach, it's like, okay, like what are the different ways that I can get here that are maybe more cost effective? right? Like I'm a proponent that what the situation I just gave you, I would say 100%. Because if I can go 19.99 that often, after that, it's just learning how to control my speed because I know I can go 19.9 from a push. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just making sure that my fatigue level doesn't get high enough that I know I can go 19.9 from a push, which I know I can do because I've been that tired in practice. You see what I'm saying?
So I almost challenged you, but I wanted, for the sake of the example, I just let it slide. But truly, if you wanted to go 19.0 and you were doing 1050s over 2 hours, your first one would have to be like 19.3. And then you would die down to like 19.4, 5, 6, 7. Like your last like 50s, 6 through 10 will be 19.9. Is what I'm thinking. Like you're not going to just hold 19.9s the whole time because at the end of the season, you're just going to go like 19.8, maybe 19.7. Because now you're just holding your best average.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that first one is going to have to be 19.2 at best.
Yeah. Okay. Good point.
So I think I actually think the meat. See, for me, I said this in another podcast. It wasn't a night swim podcast. It was a aqua swim performance podcast. I said there was one summer. Yeah, shout out. One summer where I just enjoyed traveling and training and swimming, and I said, you know what? I'm going to go to every single meet possible because why not?
Oh, this is a great point. Yeah, this is so true.
I swam, and each meet I went to, I got better and better and better.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I improving and I'm doing less training but more racing? And then it clicked. Duh. I am race training.
Yeah.
So
it's such a great point.
So the key is to try to mimic the meet in practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the
great point.
And a lot of teams don't do that. Like you see it more often now. Like I'll be scrolling through, Instagram and you'll see a team. They're like, oh, it's suit up Saturday and we're doing racing.
Yeah.
That's great. Do that more often.
Fridays. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of teams don't do that. You have to simulate the meet in practice because it's like they're both important.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you'd almost argue that the meet is more important because now you're trying to bring the meet into practice. You're not trying to bring practice into the meet.
Yeah. Okay. Those are great. No answer topic. But yeah, let us know what y'all think in the comments. I think as a coach, I think thought experiments are very important as a coach. And then, you test and figure out something and combine with what you got, you come up with something new. We got to be innovators in this time now. Like what's been done has been tried a million times over. We got to start innovating.
You know what I just realized?
What?
I used to call them practice warriors. You ever had, you all know those kids who would they could make any interval. They could do any set. They were the kings day in and day out of practice. Yeah. And then the meet day came and they couldn't switch gears. They just did the exact same shit in the meet that they did in practice. And the sprinters or whoever else would just come through and just dominate them. And that never made sense to me. I'm like, how are you like, I was terrible in practice comparatively. I wouldn't make intervals. I wouldn't make this set or any of these things. And like, it was almost like a hit to your masculinity when you couldn't make a certain interval, It's like, oh, you got to go in the third interval with the girls or, you know what I mean? With the fat people. But I was like, all right, come see me on meet day then when it matters, so do you want to bring practice to the meet or do you want to bring the meet to practice? That's what I want to hear from the coaches.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point too. Bar after bar right there.
I'm on fire tonight.
Yeah. Hell yeah.